All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line.
Just like that. Just like that.
Set, go.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready, set.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Snap.
They'll try the left side. McKinley. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Set, ready. 10 logo.
On 1st down, Hart, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a give right side. It's Hart. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
30 base.
57, come on. Bound to lose one. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Hart. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Yeah. 5.
44 to Mike. Me and you on deck.
They're going to look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Stick from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, exit.
What you got, Abby?
2nd and 4. That one complete. He finds Shark. 22 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 9.
Topper. Hey, echo.
57 Mike 57. Let's go.
Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike's Bobo.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. His kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 8, read.
Come on now.
Snap.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He gives it up. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, tight.
1st and 10, Stick. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a give, right side. McKinley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stick. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it up and through. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
2nd and 9 now. space to maneuver at the 40. Sharks got it left side. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Come on, set. 60 or. Let's go, Ty. Let's go right here now. Check 50. Check 50. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, zoom.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Hey, get in the weight room. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. So don't say nothing.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's May. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
44 to Mike.
X3, 218, chopper.
Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On the set.
Check.
Hey, orbit.
Check.
General West. Hey, box drop. Hit it.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's go now. 30 base. Smooth.
44 to Mike.
Big Griffin.
They'll set up to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. The end result, 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary offensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Shoot.
On first down, McKinley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Fuller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Deuce.
Ready.
They run the counter. Hart. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check girls, check guys.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Here we go. Out.
Get it.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Got you, boy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's sideways, he's sideways.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run on first down. It's Hart. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
49, guys. Mike.
Shoot.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
132 fighter. Go.
They'll set up a throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down, Jacksonville.
Break.
Mike 57. I'm here all day.
And now.
On first down, it's Hart. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's May. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44. A quick throw complete to Chark. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Double tight.
They'll run on first down. McKinley. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. And now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 49.
He'll drop to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On first down, it's Hart. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bravo.
Mike's 49.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Jacksonville.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Haywood. 2.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
No. Check three.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. This pass caught at the 4. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
61, matchbox, lights.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Joker. Alert flare.
Look, squeeze.
Check safety.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
5. Under 10. 57. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Stick, third and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
60 outlaw.
I'm coming. Watch twist. Watch what? Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You draw Porter.
He's checking. Crash.
Defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chop it.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinley, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He's got it to Williams. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get that ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
64, weak.
He's checking crap.
Get it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You ready? Hey, dude.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Here. Deep grip. Deep grip.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On first down, McKinley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
No, check that, check that.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Stick. And Allen's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Topper. Ready.
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.